Welcome back, friends, to Occultists Anonymous, sponsored by Roll20, the Onyx Math, and viewers like you. Thank you very much to everybody who supports us. I say this every day or every week, whatever. However often you watch the show, I say this. But it really does blow us away that you guys are here to support us and have kept up with us for more than a year and a half. 18 months. What?
We have these conversations sooner or later they're going to catch on.
Yeah. You guys are here and I greatly appreciate it. And those of you who are newly joining us, hey, we still appreciate you too. We don't expect 18 months of backlog. Now, if you somehow manage to figure out the time magic to let you jump back 18 months, tell us so we can warn everybody. Anyways.
Oh, God.
A special shout out to all our patrons who support us monetarily and several who have started to swap over to that annual subscription. So just a quick reminder, you can do that over on Patreon. Basically, you get 12 months of the subscription, whatever tier you put it at. And you only actually pay for 10 months right now is what the discount we have it's set at. I did actually just check recently. If you pledge at, say, the cultist level, the $5 a month tier, and then later go, I want to get access to Conca. You don't pay a new 12 months. You actually just pay whatever the remaining term is, and just that little bit extra. So you don't have to do a whole another 12 months or anything like that, which is, I think, kind of nice. So, but yes, a quick shout out to doing a quick refresh. If you're trolling me in Twitch chat, be done now.
Several bad puns later.
Yes. 139381512. Seriously, and please change that one so I don't have to do the numbers.
Just say
Adele.
Michael.
Yeah, that's true. Adele, Alan Michael, Alexander, Algos, Bernie, Blood Angel, Brandon, Carson, Doc, Emil, Emo Phase. Nicely timed, Doc Tall. Graves, Jack, James, Jenny, John, Josh, Julian, Cat Feathers, Melissa, Michael, Milo V3, Moku, Noba, Perry, Puppeteer, Ramon, Roy Visgrad, Ryan, Sebastian, Cinna, Serenis, Terry, Thomas, Vortex Falcon, Weiss, and Zoltan. Thank you all so much for your support. It does mean a lot to us. Right. Numerical Michael. That's it. I like it. So when we last left the Cabal, Zolius had visited Weird in her dreams and basically said, hey, you killed Graves, you know what this means? And basically that very morning passed on the medium connection to the Stalker. And in the dreams, Zolius did warn, and a little bit of pleading and a little bit of threatening, because it's Zolius, that the Stalker is bad news and has a nasty long-term nimbus, and it will very soon start to affect Weird and the things around Weird, because based on some interpretation, the Stalker probably has some low wisdom and has some high gnosis. Speaking with Samson, who is probably the highest gnosis person the Cabal has ever met, and said the Stalker would probably be kind of a challenge, but also the Stalker doesn't fight fair and sends minions to do his dirty work. With that in mind, the Cabal says, aha, we'll teleport him here to our sanctum and jump him. Yeah. And then, of course, Atratus gave the body of Mr. Graves to Julia Khan, the vampire, and kept his soul, and quick little retcon just because it was never clear in the previous episodes, and his soul stone. But then we pick up here. Well, I guess also in a note, Weird went and placed some wards upon the Leaf Theater and kind of told everybody that maybe y'all want to hunker down for a little bit. So, what's the plan now?
I need to call in some favors.
Sure. Oh, and Songbird spent XP and now has Gnosis 6 and Forces 5.
I'm a double master.
I need to get my hands on a grimoire with teleport in it.
You have a couple ways to do that.
I will start with the Guardians.
Sure.
I feel like you could do that. You got like how many dots of status? Again?
Two reluctant dots in Guardian status.
They can
I'm not
give
a very
you
good
a teleport
Guardian.
grimoire. That's not that much of an ask.
It's not too bad. Pulling up the merit real quick. Doop.
I know. Do you need 3 dots to get a 3-dot spell? Teleport 3-dot spell.
Let's hear. Teleport is a 4-dot spell.
Oh.
All available equal to their dot rating and grimoire. Oh, yeah, that's right. Grimoire is super cheap. Each dot in this merit allows for the grimoire to contain 2 rotes of any arcanum rating. So, yes. That a 1-dot grimoire could have teleport and collocation.
All right.
Yep.
Easy peasy. You can get a handful of them.
Yep. And yeah, because you have 2 dots, basically you are able to get it for temporary borrowing usage, which is, hey, that's all weird needed. So yeah, that's a quick call over to Hiza. Shodell.
No, he's
Oh, turns out Hiza was a double agent this entire time. No, Shodell, local Mastigos, Sentinel, and Guardian. He's like, yeah, I gotcha. Excuse me. Not Sentinel. Keep calling him that. Herald.
Herald.
Yeah. Very, very happy to, lend you a book, which I'm pretty sure probably has his teleport in it, which, for your records, because technically, I know you've already worked out the mudras, or the yantras for this, but it does have, because if you cast out of it, you can cast it as a rote and use its suggested skills and its persuasion. So I don't know if that is a better than like swapping out high speech or something like that.
It is actually.
Oh, there you go. And then what's the Guardian one actually? I don't think that's persuasion. That would be very weird. No, investigation, stealth, and subterfuge. So yeah. You can swap in persuasion for one of those other yantras that you've got. Because the Cabal was prepping over the week for some of the spells that they're going to be throwing out. Oh, and thank you, chat. But no, I just turned the fan down, not off.
I'm going to need a metric fuck ton of mana. I've got 2 left, and I need to get some power back.
There's a bunch.
You got mana
In the
coffee.
sanctum.
Do we have like 15 mana coffee?
I'm probably like 10.
We were gone for a few days, and
We also were gone for 3 days, and there's a 5-dot hollow in our shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Makes 5 a day.
Which, considering other Cabal members who are snitching a little bit of it, there's probably like 6 or 7 in there. So yeah, call it 15 available, and just kind of emptying the resources. Because if I remember correctly, you guys came back during the Seattle trip, and somebody picked up some mana somewhere. I can't remember if it was from the coffee or the Hallow, but yeah.
And then I can grab some more out of my own at the Leaf Theater.
Yeah, which hasn't been touched.
That should max me out then, so that's cool.
Yeah. Well, like I said, there's definitely 15 that you can get from the Rookery itself.
I'm feeling pretty tense.
Couldn't imagine why.
I mean, if the spell doesn't work...
You're only
the spell doesn't work, I've basically unzipped.
Grip weird.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's why you guys are doing wards on her, and
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, we need you to come here.
Can you wear, like,
you're
all the
going to come
thommiums?
here.
No, like if we give you multiple thommiums, do they all stack?
No.
One.
Just the one.
Just the one. Yeah, because that falls under that whole spells stacking kind of situation. You can't have 5 people cast ward on you and it all count.
If I'm hung spelling, do I have to pay the sensory range, sympathetic range?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes, the hung spell itself, no, but yes, the teleport that you're casting on it, yes.
Well, the teleport I'm just going to cast, but I'm going to load up a bunch of stuff first.
Sure. Now, is there a reason you're... Well, out of curiosity...
Yeah, I don't understand what's happening here.
Yeah, what are you putting in the hung spell, just to make sure we're all on the same page and we know what's going to happen if it goes off.
Yeah, so I'm loading up a couple, maybe 3 warps and a grave misfortune.
Okay. So all of those, if you cannot target them right now, you can't cast the spell.
But I can target them right now using sympathetic range.
Right. So because you are casting the spell and it just doesn't go off until the hung spell goes off. Correct.
Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, you're casting at range. You're just holding it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the trigger for the hung spell could be this guy arrives.
Yes.
Correct. But
it has to be targeted on him from a distance.
Correct, because you cast the spell. Whatever spell you want to have go off when the hung spell goes off, you have to cast, including sensory range or sympathetic range. You have to have that target already targeted. There's no... Now, that's where you get into, like, having...
Just target the area.
Right. Target the area. Actually, that's a really good one for... Songbird to actually bring up to Weird is, hey, you have warding gesture. You could literally have a spell that targets the people in the area or everything in the area. And you're immune because you have warding gesture, allowing you to say those people aren't targets.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of trying to cast on him, which also bypasses wards and signs and some clash of wills.
But isn't that going to then cause damage to the area, like our home?
Potentially, depends on what you're using. Like in the case, and
you have 2 matter mages, we can fix it.
and let's be honest, you have an Ebon Phoenix who, with 1 mana, can go, "Don't worry, I can fix it and make it better."
Acceptable losses is the term here.
Yeah.
We could probably burn the building down and then fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You were going to talk to our werewolf friends, right?
Yeah, just I want to. I mean, especially because have you filled us in on the warnings we got given? The whole he's going to kill literally anyone that you might care about if you can, because this guy's an asshole. Because at this point, for me, Sin Eaters are in the underworld; they're safe, right? The vampires, I'm not connected enough to for him to give a fuck about. I don't think. The werewolves are my only friends that are on this plane right now. So, just as a hi friends, I'm terrified you're going to get murdered because I allowed myself to have friends. And then also filling them in on what all of the bad not wolves and the flocks of nasty spirits this guy's got going on, and how that might be something that they care to clean up after, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go ahead and do that.
Okay. So you make your way over. This is one of those things that I feel like isn't a phone call kind of thing. This is a...
No, I would have just text Logan and be like, I need to talk to Jake.
Yeah.
Which is highly unusual because I don't talk to Jake.
No. Jake puts up with you guys, and you guys try to avoid talking to Jake, and it works fine for everybody. But yeah, I think when you show up, Logan is there because he's kind of the intermediary between you and Jake. Moraine is there just because she's, kind of that representative.
Fire station captain.
Yeah. And yeah, Jake is at his, I can't remember what I said, captain or lieutenant's desk or whatever. And yeah, so in short, so we don't have a full out conversation, you're basically giving him a heads up that there's some nasty stuff out there and it's going to be kind of unleashed. And you're giving them a heads up, or are you actually trying to like nudge them into action?
I wanted to sort of convince them to help deal with the aftermath. Like, I'm not trying to ask them to come fight a mage with us, because that's not their fight. But dealing with not wolves and disturbances in the spirits might be.
Sure. Yeah, and as especially the conversations that you have had with them, and what Weird had mentioned about them, or passed on that Zulius had mentioned, these weird werewolves on steroids that a spirit mage has been messing with, and all of them kind of make faces and go, "Oh, that's not, no." But the big question comes up. They're like, "Cool, yeah, we can be on the lookout for that stuff." Where?
That's the thing. They're based out of Seattle. They might end up here. We're trying not to fight the mage on his turf, because we don't want to deal with the werewolves.
You get 3 heads that go, "Yeah, no, that's right, yeah." Flush them out of their lair. Yep,
Yeah, I don't know if any of that is going to follow him. It won't be here immediately. It has to travel the country, right? But like, the familiars will know where he is, right?
The familiars don't necessarily know exactly where he is, but because of the whole shared thoughts stuff, it might take a minute to start to locate. But yeah, it's a long distance for them to travel unless they have some kind of weird teleport, which is especially chatting with, thank you, with the werewolves there. That's not really a thing. If you want to go from one side of the, country to the other side, the shadow is probably faster, but it's still going from one side of the country to the other side of the country. So yeah, it's going to be, a bit. Now that said, spirits can move faster than people, and then some of them with the speed Nubina are way faster than people, but that's still going to burn up essence and stuff like that. So, yeah. But it does give them, pause that it's like, okay, well, if it's way a ways, it may not even come here.
We can hope. I know it's not your area, but I don't really want to leave them loose in Seattle.
And yeah, definitely some looks at like Logan. Even Logan is going like, "Ooh, I don't want to."
We don't live there,
right? But what Jake does basically turn and what? Oh, I didn't spell.
Honestly, I'm less concerned with the spirits than the magically roided up werewolves.
Yeah, we're on the same page there. But basically, he says, "Yeah, we'll get Justin to get on the horn, and we'll pass some word along. And if nothing else, just kind of pass on the rumor. That way, they're aware. We're not going to tramp on somebody else's territory. We don't know the place. We don't know the loci. We don't know the spirits. But if it's as bad as you're saying, and I mean, who knows how many they have, this mage has penned up, but it might be something that, they need more packs to get involved in. I can't remember what that's called. Not the lodge. Whatever. But yeah.
Yeah. Spiritually, Seattle is screwed. They have messed with all of the residents there to just make it a terrible place.
It's not a problem. But yeah, it definitely seems like there's a lot of like, we're interested, we're curious, but it doesn't affect us directly, and it's in somebody else's territory, which for them, like for mages, there's a whole like, yes, we all abide by the Lex Magica and everybody has their little plot, but like for the werewolves, it's like, in their bones, you don't mess with somebody else's territory. So because of that, they're more hesitant, but they do mention like, listen, if stuff comes New York way, our territory doesn't technically cover all of New York, but, we don't mind, causing a ruckus, and getting everybody else involved if, somebody's going, what do they call them? Making Bagoth, or other weird abominations. Yeah, we'll hunt that shit down and deal with a, territory dispute after everything is dead. So Moraine, like in the middle of the meeting, goes walks out and like starts calling to people in the hallways as the door shuts. It's like, okay, we're battening down the hatches kind of situation.
Yeah, but be safe. I know you guys don't like us giving you help, so I guess I won't. But I don't want to wake up with anyone's head in a box on my doorstep.
I was like, I haven't ever. Wait, no, that's a horse head in a bed. No, seven. Okay, 7. Yeah,
that's the one.
there's that moment of levity, and then
what's in the box?
Thank you. No, none of us want our head in a box at your doorstep. So, yeah. But that said, we will definitely, start up a bit more shadow side patrols and go wake up some choirs, and yeah. You guys find like the best trouble.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we didn't quite get what we were signing up for with this one. Step one, easy, went perfect. Step 2 is more risky.
Probably sooner than you guys had expected.
Yeah, we thought we would have a bit more time, but no, we've got like a day. But hopefully, if all goes well, it'll be fine.
All right. And with that, and I know you were talking about burning your ally merit. You're not. You're giving them a heads up. You're not asking them to do anything. And asking.
I mean, at the same time, the merit is like, it is there to be used.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So.
Yeah. Well, more if you were like, hey, go out to Seattle, like there'd be a role for it and stuff like that. Probably would fail because it's kind of up there.
Yeah, that's right. That's also a big ask, and I've only got 1 dot with them. So.
Right. Yeah. For the most part, they're responding to you basically in your position as the Concilium's ambassador, and going, mages are giving us a heads up that mages are doing mage shit, and some of it may splash into the shadow and into our territory. So we will take it under advisement. Rally the troops and be aware of what's going on.
Okay.
So, Songbird, you got a spell written up there.
Oh, this is for later.
Okay. Got your luck all warmed up there, weird?
That's the thing about luck is you never really know until you roll the dice. But I think I'm ready to go. This is going to take several hours and 10 mana because of all the hung spells and sympathetic range. But I think I'm ready.
Okay. Now
I guess I'm not ready for later then.
But I still need to get willpower back because I'm going to need it for all those clashes of wills I'm going to have to do.
Well, you got one from resting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could wait another day. You get another one.
I cast Knit with a ritual duration on you, and you're good in 30 minutes.
Yep.
Cool. Perfect. Okay.
Or inside of the first hour, you're totally capped up.
Yep.
How many spells can Titus hold for me?
1.
Just one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys are good friends, but none of you are like, bosom buddies. Like at this point, he is a coworker that you guys get along with. I don't think anybody has crossed into that. We're best friends because that's what you're at Strong. Strong is a connection between spouses, partners, and stuff like that. I don't think
best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be friends with Titus.
And
I feel like Atreides has probably got the best relation with everyone in the Cabal.
Yep. Yeah. No, I mean it's the Moros
without cheating with her legacy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, Moros, they're just friendly with everybody.
Sure. All right. Well, I missed a ritual duration plug on mine. So plus 5 on that one.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take an hour to cast words and signs on the 3 of us.
Okay.
Swap in the reach so it's a potency spell. And then the duration penalty makes it a day. I don't like that's extra penalties, like especially if I've got the reach and stuff like that.
Yep.
So this will be a potency 13.
Words and signs?
Yeah. Yeah, he could just dispel it when he gets here and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But
no, it's an heck of a spell. That is going to leave your abyssal nimbus stamped all over this place.
Oh, that was the first thing I wanted to do when I woke up was scour that shit out of my fucking pattern.
I wasn't sure if you were leaving that for dramatic effect because I was like, there's a section of my notes
that really considered it.
That says, if Songbird doesn't cleanse his nimbus.
Yeah, I really thought about it. But I don't know. I gotta win. There'll be plenty more dumb shit for me to do later. I gotta win right now.
Sure. No, I'm good with it. So yeah. Now that said, I know you're casting that for a day. Weird. How much of your stuff is like day of versus like this is prep for?
Most of the stuff is going to be like an hour a cast, and I'm doing 7 spells. The teleport will be the actual day of, and that'll be a little longer.
Right. So yeah, that's what I was saying.
At some point in here, I'm doing it for.
Yep.
It's like, hey, Atreides, come here for an hour.
Yep.
I did want to offer Alicia and Logan Aegis because I'm going to be giving us armor.
Mm-hmm.
Because we've got the idea this guy is kind of a physical brawler, so.
Sure.
And also, I like you all, and I don't want you to get jumped by some weird-ass werewolf.
Yeah.
This might let you survive a hit before you have the chance to react.
And the best part is, if you're wanting to be sneaky about it, because you don't cast it on them, you cast it on a bandana, or a bandana that you give them or something like that. So because for
on their shoes.
Yeah, well,
doesn't that only affect the shoes? It's an armor, like whatever you cast it on.
Right. It becomes regardless of what you cast it on. They
get that armor rating in general.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, technically it's, that piece of armor covers you because like the armor section in the book actually gives like what part it covers. The only time that is going to matter is like, somebody is intentionally
targeted attack.
Right. Which they do have. And I really do like, but for what you guys are doing, like I'm casting a mage spell, it's going to hit them on the all over. So I'm not too stressed about it with with Aegis and stuff like that. But yeah, so you could easily be like, I'm going to grab, the Songbird's jacket, going to borrow that, Weird's, whatever, and just literally just boom, cast it on everybody's clean laundry and then, pass it out after the fact. So yeah, that's definitely something that if you want, write it up and have some stuff to pass off to Logan and Alicia. But yeah, Chris, if you want to go ahead and roll that, just that way we have it on our record. There you go.
I just stole all Craig's successes. My bad.
Hopefully not. But that's
5
it.
successes on 7 dice. It's 8 again, but it's fine.
Yep. Nice mute. I appreciate it.
I felt it coming. I was like, I can do this. I'm a professional. Oh, me.
Yeah, Vortex Falcon does have a very good point. Magic Lucky Underwear. But yeah, if you guys have more spells to cast, fire them up. Though Network, Nako and Titus and Judd are like, okay, so should we even be here? Because we're additional targets, but at the same time, we're additional targets.
I think in the background we'll be front and center, but I think I want to keep everybody in a room where we can see them.
You're welcome to choose.
Yeah.
I think is how Songbird definitely goes about that, like sort of quasi leadership of like, if you want to fight this guy, you're welcome to, but.
Well, I mean, you know
what we're up against.
You're not obligated to.
Yeah, and let's be honest. Songbird is the door warden and the banner warden. Fight time. They look to Songbird's expertise, but yeah, Network is like, no, I'm definitely here for this, and is basically going to cast with Weird on the teleport ritual because why not?
Okay, I'll have them in my words and signs as well then.
But yeah, no, Nako and Titus and Judd are like, yeah, no. Nuh-uh. So yeah, they're gonna hoof it off to the Athenaeum and hole up over there, and just lay low. Hope that their various wards and signs there can be fairly safe. And Judd especially is like, I would like to try my strength in combat, but at the same time, I am literally one of the grimoires that these assholes want to collect.
Yeah, no. Go back to the Athenaeum, please.
Titus, you've got your gun, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so for this, it's a potency spell.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, it's a duration spell. Every level of potency, you get 1 effect.
Mm-hmm.
So at -10 for potency, I get 5 armor.
That would put you at
6 total
potency.
because it starts with potency 1.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, that lets you give yourself 5 general armor and an additional defense.
Mm-hmm. And it's immune to armor piercing.
Cool.
Will advanced scale cover like just a small pile of clothes? It's just like, give me like your hoodie. And
mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. So these numbers look good.
Mm-hmm.
Six dice.
Yep.
Take rituals if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Take a couple ritual durations if you wanted.
Yeah,
what does that do?
+1
Extra
for
dice up
each.
to 5.
Yep. Basically for you, +1 for every additional 10 minutes.
Okay, I can chill because we're doing this for a while,
mm-hmm.
so. I'll spend like 30 minutes on it.
Oh no!
What?
9 dice, 13 successes. So, how are you feeling about that?
Okay.
The hell?
How you feel?
What the fuck?
How you feeling about that spell weird as you watch all the successes go to your cabal mates?
That's a roll, huh?
Hey, you only need one, right?
Yep. But it's a lot of 9s, but I mean, this is the power of 8
It's
again.
9s.
It gets really cumulative the more dice you're throwing at it.
Because I was casting it with Shadow Name,
which gets it from your
the
knockblade.
Soul Stone, and my hammer.
Yep. That'll do it.
Okay, so do I get a condition?
If that's what you're after, yeah. What would that be? That's a bit much. I was going to say a bonus to Clash of Wills. No. Nuh-uh. Actually, yeah, let's just flat out say it's just a bonus condition to your combat rolls as you're preparing for combat.
Okay.
Instead of picking a specific skill or something.
So I'm just going to queue up some spells.
Yep.
The first is Potency 8 Miracle. I'll take it.
Okay.
So we have 8 intercessions for the next year.
Sure. And that's everybody?
That's everybody.
Okay.
Anyone who stayed in the building, I guess. If
Sure.
There's folks that have gone.
What about the ones we had before? Did they add?
Those,
They will be
those
gone.
are expired now.
Okay.
And the rest I have is all for him using hung spell. Oh, I have to pay spell control for the hung spell too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit.
Yep. You're muted.
I'm also going to hand the pages over to Titus. So,
Well,
not
I
worried
can hand one over to Titus, so I'll give him the miracle.
So Drew and I broke this down because I didn't understand Hung Spell either. Hung Spell is a buff you cast on yourself.
Correct.
That lets you hang up to potency spells.
Mm-hmm. Which all remain in your spell control.
Oh.
So it's not like Hung Spell plus this is a spell.
Right. Yeah, you cast Hung Spell once, and you can put in as many things as you want. They are all tied to that
potency.
one Hung Spell. Right.
Sure, but I still have to pay spell control for the things I'm putting in the hung spell bucket.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I only need one hung spell with enough
Correct.
potency.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it wasn't
And what is, are you going to do the conditional duration with that?
Yes.
Okay. What condition are you using on that, by the way?
The arrival of the Stalker.
Okay.
So I have to figure out the spell control because I need one hung spell. So that's that. And I'll do one of those and one of those. And that's going to, so like, okay, so that's good. So I need 1, 2, 3. I need just potency 3. That's no problem. I got that right off the bat.
Oh, I also can't give Aegis to Titus. He's holding my soul jar spell.
Oh, yes.
I also need to fix my stats because have all of our buffs expired? The bonus, strength, dex, etc.
I'm going to be recasting on the form here in a second.
Okay, just tell me what the numbers are then. Because I noticed that all my things are still buffed up.
I did keep up the buff to our weapons, though.
Okay. All right, and is this your honing the form, Chris? Fire away.
Paradox. Get
Mm-hmm.
one whole dice. Of course.
Yep. Roll that wisdom.
Hooray.
Yeah. The only scary... Yeah, I started to do the math and I realized actually the part where the bashing wounds get scary is when they start getting upgraded because somebody hits you and all of a sudden that bashing wound is now lethal. If somebody piles on a bunch of bashing wounds, loops you around. Oof. All right. What spell was this?
This is time spell.
Okay, so time spell. All right. Cool. Took you a minute. How many? Okay. No, because this is the part where because I need to keep track of time. Because I mean, you guys are talking in hours and 10-minute.
Right,
30.
but I'm also spending the extra duration for all of these spells, so like I can do these days in advance. Because I'm basically buying a year's duration off of them.
But you have though.
But you're not doing them days in advance unless you're going to hang on to this connection for a couple days, which we can do. But we need to because, like for instance, Songbird's spell, is we're casting that like when it's time. But
I figured 8 hours is what I need to prep, and then to teleport is at the moment of.
Right. So did you use
but if you fail every spell and re-roll it,
it takes longer.
So that's just an extra hour, right? Or does it take longer for the ritual?
No, I mean it's just each one is an hour, so that's why I'm trying to calculate.
So now I'm at 9 hours. Prep.
Yep.
Okay. Do you have an iron ingot or some kind of ingot I can use?
Yes.
Yes. Do you want it to be siderite?
Only need iron, yeah.
Well, I just need an object.
Sure.
Okay.
Do
you want it to be siderite?
So many of those.
Because I can do that. I can just look at it real hard now. Because hey guys, I'm Forge Master 4.
I'm loading up a collapse spell,
and just grab this ingot and just focus on it for a second.
It doesn't really matter. I just need an object so that I can.
All right. Well, now it's siderite.
I'm basically just going to co-locate this object into his body. Using collapse.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just something that you don't worry if it gets gore all over it.
We can clean it later.
It's going to be very funny because we're going to roll initiative and a bunch of stuff is going to happen all at once. And we're going to have a full-length combat scene, but it's all going to take place in about 3 seconds as a bunch of spells go off.
Oh, I have an idea also.
Ooh.
I'm giving myself an enhanced skill to be real good at guns.
I wondered when you would think of that.
Yeah.
Because spend the mana and have 10 dots in it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and this was which one weird?
Collapse.
Okay.
I will bypass his withstand.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I also don't have copy of Signs of Sorcery on this community computer yet. Can you give me the stats on the endless bounty?
Yep.
And I combine those two and just be real good at guns and also have a gun that shoots forever. Or no, they're different targets. Doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You could imbue both of those into the same weapon.
I can't.
Well, one could. Royal you.
You can't either. That is a thing that could be done, yes, but not by us.
Right.
Where is this silly thing?
I'm going to roll this in the form.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I apologize for not mentioning that earlier. Where is this thing? Wait, hang on. Oh, you haven't rolled it yet.
There's a clickable table of contents. 9 minus 1. Staying mana neutral.
Nice.
This is going to be +3 strength, +3 stamina.
Cool. Wait, hang on. Need a -2 for potency then?
No, it's potency 1 base, +5.
Oh, wait. Oh, are you using the reach for?
It's a duration spell.
Okay. And then you're...
All spells have 1 potency.
Uh-huh.
I'm then adding 5 potency worth of penalties. So it goes to 6.
You're fine. I'm looking at Weird's spell that had just popped up before that had the 0 potency. I forgot yours was up there. Okay, cool. I was looking at the template just above. This is your make guns or make skill guns?
That's the skill.
Cool.
That'll give me +7 to it, yeah.
Yes. Oops, let's see here.
It's only 4 dice. I don't like that. I'll use a willpower.
Because you're using enhanced skill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, which is a duration spell. That's what I'm going to double check. Cool. That's 9, -12 is -3, so 4 dice, and then you're going to throw willpower at it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it. Cool.
And spend mana.
I guess that's true. Do you want to recoup that mana?
It's only 1.
Okay.
I'd rather have, like, a bonus in combat again.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm trying to figure out.
Can I get 2 of those? Probably not.
Oh, you know what? We're going to have the first one be a bonus to your defense.
Okay.
And then this one to be a bonus at shooting, because then we have protection and shooting.
Can I have a +2 to fight?
Oh, yeah, I thought you said you were saying mana neutral because you were...
yeah, that sounds better, though.
Sure.
All right. I got my next one ready if you're up for it.
Sure.
This is, I want to hit him with a ward.
Mm-hmm.
4 successes, so I'll take it.
20 dice? Oh, right. Bonus ritual time. Sure.
Yep.
Cool.
And...
You've been spending a mana for all of these?
Yeah.
Okay. How much potency was on that ward?
There's no 0 potency. Well, whatever my...
Because remember, because
it's a Clash of Wills.
No. Because you're trying to lay the spell on him via sympathetic range currently.
Oh.
Right.
All right. I'll have to redo that one. Yes, I forgot about that. Well, I could just do it reinforced, so basically recast the ward that's on our sanctum.
And bear in mind, ward protects the area from being changed, not people. So if someone...
So I'll still want to hit him with it. Okay, I'll redo that one right away. Let me get this one out of the way. This is hanging a warp.
Sure. You got the potency for all these written down?
Yep.
Okay.
So that should be 10 dice. 1 success, I'll take it.
10? 15? Or am I missing
I didn't
something?
include the ritual cast.
Well,
Yeah. Roll 5 more?
So 4 successes.
Still short of
Yep.
In exceptional. And this is your gun one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Only 3, but good enough.
Yep. Also, see aforementioned, as I mentioned, I think in Discord, probably need to change the rules for domains, and because all these are being done in the same domain in just one afternoon, as you all are there close to each other in case anything bad goes wrong. What did I just say? Bad goes wrong? I'm just...
I mean, at the same time, though, we have, like, explaining that we decorated it in there are symbols of all of our paths in it.
Right. The problem is it's not necessarily the path. It's the area has to be related to the work. So the workshop is great for matter spells. It's not great for death spells or mind spells. And that's one of the things that, like I said, I ain't changing the rules now. But in the next Chronicle, we'll probably do this stuff because that will also encourage you guys to have separate places and maybe multiple places where you do different stuff.
I mean, I figured we had like rooms set up for this.
Right. But that's where you get into, then everybody has their 5 buddies come over with a soul stone. And now this place allows for infinite, buffing spells, effectively. Like you can still do that just to a lesser degree. But like I said, that'll be next Chronicle.
Sure.
And which one is this weird?
This was the ward.
Okay. So that's got 5 potency on it.
Yes.
Cool.
And that's it. I'm ready.
Bum, bum, bum. What time is it? Oh, 6. Or, excuse me, 7.
8.
All right. Yeah. Depends on your time zone. That's what time it is.
12.
Is anybody 9 o'clock? I'm sure somebody is. Yeah. Right. So in that case, yeah. So, quite a number of hours of preparation, arming yourselves, calling Logan and Alicia to come pick up a. What did you decide to cast Aegis on? By the way, for them.
I mean, I was just gonna ask them for like a jacket. Like, look.
Please. You borrowed it so you could like stitch some stuff on it and then also put a spell on it. I don't know.
I mean, I feel like I would have just been fairly upfront with them. It was just like, look, Logan doesn't have the greatest track record of not getting jumped by werewolves.
It was one time, man. One time. But yeah. So cool.
It's not like a magic spell to make you better at fighting. It's literally just hey, this will not get you ripped in half the first time.
Yep. I mean, he's like, cool, I'll remember to throw this off when I, like, shift up, but, yeah. And which one is this weird?
This is the teleport. I'm just queuing it up.
Gotcha. All right. So yeah, with that, is there anything further that you guys do for prep? We obviously have all your normal kind of combat-oriented spells and buffing stuff. I tried us going, wait, hang on, I could be even better at casting gun. Because what is your die pool now for casting gun?
A lot.
I'm rolling 9 on firearms plus, what is it, dex?
Your dex.
So whatever that's going to be.
I'm not buffing it.
Okay. He didn't buff dex.
Okay, so what did you buff again? Let me adjust my stats then.
3 strength, 3 stam.
3 strength, stam. Okay, so... I'm trying to remember what my dex normally is. Okay, reduce it by 2 then.
So yeah, I have the character sheets. I haven't kept them too updated, but but nobody's changed their physical stats yet.
Okay, so yeah, I just need to remove the +2 dexterity I had from the other one.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'm rolling 11 dice, just firearms and dex together.
Cool.
You can full auto for +3.
Yeah.
And now you have endless bounty, so you can do it again.
So I can do that, yeah.
is a lot of bullets. Cool. So Network sits. Actually, hang on. Let me pull up Network's character sheet here. That I
and like the stats on the weapons are the same as they were before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's literally the same spell.
Okay, just trying to make sure that my stats are all not lying.
Network. Where you at, buddy? Oh, there you are. He's hiding on the desktop. I haven't pulled him up in a bit, and I'm trying to remember where he's at.
Your armor is +5 armor, +1 defense. And your 5 armor is immune to armor piercing.
How does it add defense?
It's +1 defense.
Yeah, Aegis. That's one of the options for Aegis. You can increase.
You can add defense or armor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Aegis is dumb.
Can raise or lower defense penalty by 1.
Per potency.
I mean, I guess you could have a negative defense penalty on your armor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. That's actually very true. It doesn't actually give you a bonus to
It's defense. For like if you're wearing a fucking suit of armor. You can make it not hinder you. Yeah.
Yep.
Then, no, in that case, I'll just give you
probably 6 armor.
6 armor. Yeah.
Yep.
So we got 6 armor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's immune to armor piercing.
And it's 1 armor piercing?
No, immune to armor piercing.
Oh, immune to armor. Okay.
6/0. Mage armor can stack on top of that if it needs to.
Didn't go for ballistics armor because I felt like this guy
Probably
doesn't
not going to have
guns type.
It's just worse.
It depends. If you're, away from somebody. All right. So, like if you have distance.
But if you're using the potency for it, like, because ballistic armor doesn't knock any flat points of damage off, it just downgrades things.
Oh, well, yeah. I thought you were talking about fighting, that ballistics were worse than punching, but I got you now. Yeah,
general armor is better than ballistic armor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm trying to remember. Where did you take the first dot of egregor?
Yes.
Sweet. So Network joins you in casting, bringing his own skills to the table. 2 plus.
Be like 3/3.
Oh no, he's only got 2 in space. He's far more mind.
I can't remember.
Yeah, but because of egregor, him missing out on the Arcanum doesn't penalize him.
Right.
So he's 8. I didn't even see what that came up as. So yeah, you have an additional 4 dice on your die pool as basically Network sits there with you and works his own spell. Cool. Yeah, any final words?
Good luck.
Yep.
Cool.
You're fine.
Now, just before I roll this, I am exceeding spell control with this spell, but it's just a reach to exceed your spell control, right?
Correct.
Okay, so we should.
So
be
you're
fine for
overreaching?
Oh, well, I'm in my domain, so I have unlimited.
Your target's not.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. So might
Maybe
be a little bit of paradox
in on some of these.
Yeah, the spells you're casting on him.
The fortunate. Ooh.
Because they were targeted on.
If he's doing sympathetic range so that it targets him once it's there, then yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you're targeting the area like I suggested, then you're good.
Yep.
I'm looking. The only one that might be a problem is collapse.
Any of the ones that targeted him directly?
Yeah, I have plenty of reach for the rest of those.
Okay, gotcha. Which makes sense because most of them are one reach for sensory, and then the mana. Because you did ritual duration on most of them. Some of them had advanced duration. So okay. Cool. So yeah, with this one, you're overreaching just a little bit. I think because of spell control, because you're only going over by 1.
Well, I'm only space 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I've only got the 1 free reach, right?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you'd be 2 or 3 over.
Yeah.
But you're casting out of a grimoire.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so
you
I'm
count as a
effectively...
master. You count as a master. So that gives you 2.
2. Yep. So I'm overreaching by 1.
+1 because of spell control, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So overreaching by 2.
Okay. So that's 6.
That's 6.
Are you using your rapier as a tool?
No, because I need all the yantras.
You need all the entree you get? Okay. So 6 paradox coming at you.
I will... Hang on. Whoa. I'll spend 4 mana.
Okay. So that'll make it 2. 3 successes.
Fuck me.
The successes have flowed today, though.
Okay.
Roll your wisdom. Oh. Hey,
shit.
on the plus side, weird, you're not going into combat with bashing wounds.
Hey. Yikes.
Well, fuck.
Well, the worst part of this is, has paradox, spell doesn't necessarily have, actually land, because that's going to be the next step.
Yeah.
Boy. Okay. I think this will probably be Abyssal Backlash. So next time the mage casts a spell that risks paradox, which will be every spell moving forward. Now, fortunately, most of your stuff's already hung. Or moving forward in this scene. The next time you add dice to the paradox pool equal to the number of successes earned, so you'll add 3 paradox automatically.
And they get added as dice or just as successes already?
Oh no, just added as dice.
All right.
All right.
So I'm good to go.
Yeah, so now you're rolling 10 minus 10 minus 8, 3, 11.
With his 4, I'm rolling 15 dice.
That's not bad. And with the rogue quality. Yeah.
With the rogue quality, yeah.
Hopefully you get 5 successes. Whoa!
Hey!
I'm bypassing his withstand, thank you.
Cool. Roll Gnosis plus space.
Clash of Wills.
Gnosis plus space plus 4 plus 1.
Why?
Because he has...
I loaded up.
I
have advanced duration, so every 30 minutes he's going to teleport back here. And
as long as the spell's active, yep.
As long as the spell's active. That's going to do it as a spell roll.
Oh, yeah, that's usually what I do.
10, 15, 6 successes!
Cool. Which beats his 3.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Bam.
I'm also going to already have the gun out and cocked.
Oh, yeah. Like, this is... Everybody is ready. Everybody is behind cover. Do it again.
Do it again?
Yep.
All right.
This is a smaller one, though.
What was it again? 10?
Is it a harmful spell?
15.
Does it qualify as
to be
5
teleported?
Successes?
To be teleported against your will?
I'm trolling.
4 successes.
All right. What up, Stalker?
Yeah, and like I said, I think this is going through, but I'm walking through my...
Yeah, so this is like a Star Trek teleporter. He's starting to materialize.
Potentially, yeah.
Sure.
So that's his thaumium. That's his ward. You bypassed his wards and signs. To me, this does not activate his life attainment because you're not changing his body. You're just moving it. You're literally just moving him in space. Cool. Yep. Okay. So let's. Did everybody see the little PDF I posted? By the way, in our chat. Sorry, chat. I will share it with you guys later once I get everybody's approval. That
the plans of the building.
Yeah. Everybody liked that kind of layout. Of course, the second floor is actually like offices and not just open. But otherwise,
I didn't look really close at it. I was just like, yes, this is an aesthetic. I like it.
Yep. Okay, cool. But yeah, so standing there in the middle of your guys's... Oh, actually, sorry, the whole reason I was asking, where are you guys summoning him to? Because I know we have like our sacred ritual room space that we've done a lot of our our summonings in, but I'm kind of leaving this up to you because, like I said, we've been playing with wiggly with the domain rules that the whole place could be a domain and you guys are casting anywhere in there. So, big open spot in the workshop, kind of set the, you guys be the DM for a second and kind of set the space up of how you've arranged this, because obviously you guys, this is your home base and you are prepared for literally inviting the enemy in to fight them. What's that space kind of look like? And I admit I'm basically stalling for 7:30.
Can we I want to do something for soundproofing.
I mean,
like, was that a thing we would have done at this point, just because we do some questionable things here?
I mean, it's soundproofed against like industrial noises,
right? Yeah, you guys have so
that we don't bother the neighbors, but so much. I'm
sure Songbird has like a literal forge, but I imagine you guys actually have like an industrial anvil system. Like there's some loud sounds that would normally come from here.
Okay, because I'm about to shoot a lot.
A lot. Every round, 10 more bullets.
It's a jackhammer. It's fine.
Yeah. Which, by the way, you should think about buying a suppressor. But yeah. So, what kind of orientation, space, and stuff like that do you have going on? What do you guys think?
This is more your space, so I'm just thinking everything's moved to the walls and they have a big open area in the middle.
Yeah, I figured we would just be doing it in like the middle of the open area.
Cool.
Because I don't want to be close to this guy.
Right. Yeah,
And
that would let our friends hide away in the offices that are still here.
Yeah. Well, they're all off to the Athenaeum, except for Network. Right. Network is basically hunkered down with a Tratus behind some cover. And is literally just sitting, like, facing away, his eyes closed. Not that it matters. But he's got inward, outward eye. And he's watching that way. I imagine Songbird has placed a little chalk X on the ground and has taken, like...
Put him there.
It's like, right here! And then where's Weird at?
I'd be back a little bit from where I'm actually bringing him in.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a little behind Songbird.
Gotcha. Cool. With that spell kind of, fighting through some resistance and snap.
Bonus snaps.
I have my hall door closed and there's no reason for anybody to open it. So I'm being visited by a monster. I was expecting a dog, but I guess not. Anyways, sorry. You see a approximately 8-foot tall, 4-armed figure. If you're thinking Goro from Mortal Kombat, think a little bit wider. There is.
I've got sunglasses on.
Like, you can tell. For those of hi, I'm going to show you where my inspiration comes from. For those of you who have read Mistborn, very Kolos. Like, the skin is tearing and you can see red like flesh beneath
Yeah.
muscle. There's a little
The
bit
muscles.
of blood on it. It looks like this man, we'll call him a man, has basically just pumped himself up beyond recognition. Like I said, has 4 arms. The initial like horror of, oh my god, his skin is ripping, and then you start to realize, I think that might be intentional. Songbird, you especially can read high speech in the tears in his skin. He is I mean, we're talking like Hulk-esque, like tattered pants, but they don't look like, oh, he just hulked out. Like, this is just, I wore these when I cast
Bloody
this
wears.
spell, and I haven't bothered to change it. There is definitely a smell to him that is not great. The tips of his fingers are... he does not have long fingernails. He has claws. They are definitely soaked in blood. And you guys are pretty quickly starting to realize why Zolius was like, this guy is fucked up! And he looks down, sees Songbird, and roll initiative.
But a bunch of spells go off.
A bunch of spells will go off, but yes, that'll be part of the thing. Oh wait, no, not a spell roll, just a regular die roll. I don't care about successes for this.
Not bad. I'll take it. Not great. We're on 20. I got a 20.
Mhm.
Got a 20.
He has a plus 12.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot.
That bonus dex would have been nice.
Well,
It ain't gonna be that nice.
You need the dex and the wisdom, or wits.
Wits.
Because it's lower. It's going to be the lower. So, yeah. Thank you all for joining us.
We're gonna come back next episode and die. Y'all come back
we're
now.
definitely coming back next episode, yes.
He can only go once, right?
He can only go once. Yeah. That you know of.
Yeah.
Oops. I have to clear up chat there to allow
I said a cuss.
You said a bad word.
She called the bad guy an asshole. How dare you? So yes. Thank you all for joining us. Yes, I am leaving it on a cliffhanger, mostly because I need some coffee before I do this fight, because I'm gonna have to listen. I wasn't great with the werewolves, and I was kind of so with Mr. Graves. I got to do my best on this fight. Thank you all for joining us. This is an absolute blast to be here with you all. Come join us on Discord, yeetinto.space, to come chat with us, hang out. If you're watching this live on Twitch, come join and suggest episode titles, because most of the really, really punny ones are not my fault, all right? It's them. They did it. Yeah, I mean, some of them are my fault. Some of them are Chris's fault. We got a lot from Norbot and Noctal, and who's the other one who's really good? MJB throws out some MJK. Mick JB, that's it. One of these days I'll get his name right. But yeah, there's a couple of you folks who are, it's your fault and it's not my fault. Cat Feathers also. Anyways, sorry. Join us on Discord. Come hang out. We love to chat with you guys. If you want to support us monetarily, that's staylucky.club. Of course, there's merch. You can come get cool, awesome, Rookery stuff, and Totally a Witch, and brain spiders, all sorts of cool stuff, which apparently they now have masks. So, hey, if you want to rep OA on your face,
Put a brain spider on your face.
put a brain spider
It's
on your
cute.
face. It's absolutely adorable. It's terrific. Come by, check that out. All the stuff is links below or in Twitch chat here, and YouTube, guys, it'll be down below. Podcasts, check the show notes or whatever it's called. Podcast and YouTube, guys, we will see you on Friday. Twitch, guys, as soon as I finish my coffee, I'll be right back.
Stay lucky.
Hope so.
Stay alive.
Today on the final episode of Occultists Anonymous.